Let's do this. So, thank you so much for watching my previous video of me getting the new Himalayan and commenting on it. Thank you so much. I've been riding this motorcycle for a week now, and so far it has been an absolute joy in riding it. The bike is really well made. I can't take it above 3,500 or 4,000 RPM as per the manual. The engine braking period, that's what I wanted to point out. And interestingly enough, I wanted to talk about one very specific comment that was made on my last video, which was, I have the budget for Interceptor and Himalayan. Which one should I buy? Okay, let me just talk about this motorcycle, what all this motorcycle has, and I'll do the same thing when I'm riding my Interceptor, what I feel when I ride that bike, and then maybe I can use some of the editing magic to give form to my vision. The hot topic of the market these days, the new Himalayan. Single cylinder, an affordable ADV, which can do touring, off-roading, daily commute, and whatnot. So the Interceptor is built for a different purpose. I like to think that it is built for city commute and touring on the plains. 650cc parallel twin engine, and it has got quite the kick to it. So I love it. Has a really good upside down suspension, which started with the Super Meteor 650, but suspension in this feels nice. It doesn't bottom out like it does on the Interceptor, the stock Interceptor. Mine, however, has a YSS front suspension, so that is much better because I can adjust it to the preload, for preload. The rear suspension on this is a monoshock, and that also feels very good. I haven't had the chance to fiddle around with it. I'm still using the factory setting only. In one of the weekends I will make it slightly on the stiffer side. Mine, however, has a YSS adjustable suspensions, so that is a little superior in all essence. Compared to this, that feels stiffer, but then again, rear shocks are always adjustable. The rider triangle in this. Granted, the Interceptor 650 also has a decent rider triangle to it. This one, I would say it's slightly better, because on the Interceptor what RoyalEnfield did was the foot pegs were right underneath. Okay, don't move, no one's coming. Yeah, so the foot peg was right underneath me, right there. In this one it's slightly more towards the back, so filtering in traffic is pretty easy. What I'm trying to say is, when you're moving the motorcycle in the parking, you wouldn't scrape your shins when moving this motorcycle. It is fairly easy to do so. I'm waiting for the rally version seat. That will be really amazing, because I don't really like the idea of a split seat, because you keep coming forward and you keep slipping onto it again and again. And the seat, which is the main downside of this motorcycle, can be tackled when you get a touring seat or a bench seat that I've got, a signature bench seat. That makes the ride quality of this motorcycle exceptionally good. So if you're planning to get an Interceptor, you should get a bench seat. And the same can be said for Himalayan as well, because the stock seat is not that good. The weight, yeah, feels at 196 kilos, this feels not that light, but yes, light enough that anybody can manage it. You just need to know the angles of it. Interceptor weighs at around 217 kilos, which is slightly on the heavier side, but the center of gravity is slightly lower in this. But I have aftermarket exhausts, and I've removed a lot of other things here and there, so my bike is considerably lighter, so this is manageable in the parking. Ground clearance in this is massive, I would say, at 230 millimeters, which is, well, not a problem for me. I can flat foot easily. The ground clearance on this is 174 millimeters, which is plenty for Indian roads. Vibrations, I would say there are some vibrations. But any bike would have that. Whoa! Why do I get such scientific geniuses on the road while I'm traveling? Some YouTube videos that say there is some lag in the throttle response of the Himalayan. So as a result, they install the Fuel X Pro. But you know, just sort of a demo, if I open the throttle, I don't feel any lag. Because this is a parallel twin engine, a 650cc, yes, there is considerable amount of power gain, and you can feel that power as well. Fuel, of course, how did I forget that? This one has 17 liters of fuel capacity, which is quite amazing. And seeing from a lot of the YouTube videos out there, this gives a mileage of about 30 kilometers per liter. The fuel tank in this is about 13 and a half. The range in this will be about 200 or 230 kilometers, and the mileage you will get would be 21 kilometers per liter if you're not a rev enthusiast. You can easily get about 23 also in ideal riding conditions if you ride like this. However, if you are a rev enthusiast who like to ride like this, then you will get 19 or 18 kilometers per liter. Braking, I think 320 millimeter in the front and 270 in the back. That is pretty good. The braking in this thing is pretty damn good. It's a 320 millimeter front disc and a 240 at the rear. It is specifically like that because in city you rely on using the front brakes more than the rear brakes. 21-inch front tire, tubed tire. For now, it is just amazing as to how you can maneuver this big boy that easily. It is got 18-inch front wheels and 18-inch rear wheels, so navigating in traffic is not a problem. Also, this comes with 100 front tires and 130 rear tires, so that also makes the bike pretty nimble. I have, however, added an aftermarket part to it, 100 in the front and 150 at the rear. It doesn't mean that I'm sacrificing maneuverability, it just looks good to me, that's all. Of course, it also adds the weight to it. Oh yes, the big 4-inch digital display on this amazing motorcycle gives you all the information and much more than that. You can connect your phone via Bluetooth. There's trip 1, 2, shows the fuel range, consumption, voltage, engine temperature, and you can switch off the ABS. And there are riding modes as well in this, so that's really, really good. This is a very basic motorcycle. When I say basic, you'll get the instrument cluster like this. There's one RPM, that's only the RPM. There's one speedometer, and that has a fuel gauge and trip A and trip B, and overall odometer. That's it. Nothing more. LED headlights and LED tail lights, which have indicators integrated onto them. That's a first feature of Royal Enfield. The bike has been there in the market for about 6 years now, but you can make this bike into however you want to customize it for yourself. Okay, the horn. Interceptor 650 has a dual horn, and that sounds loud. This is more like beep. So all in all, it all comes down to what would you prefer, and you can only get to know that if you take a test drive of both the motorcycles. So I urge you to check out both the motorcycles, see which one feels right. If you have the budget for Interceptor, which means you have the budget for Himalayan automatically, but if you are speculating which one should you get, the best answer that I can give you is go for a test drive. And if you ask me, like Shri, what would you get if you had the money to buy Interceptor and Himalayan? What would your preference be? What would you like to have? Since you have now ridden both the motorcycles, what would be your opinion on it? Well, if I had the budget for it, then my style of riding, and my friends know this, is mostly city-based. I rarely go on long tours. I very rarely go to the mountains, for which the Interceptor suits perfectly. So the answer is pretty straightforward. If I have the budget for it, I would definitely go for the Interceptor 650. So there's my 2 cents on which one should you get, and a small comparison video. I certainly hope that you like the video. And if you did, you might want to consider leaving a like. And if you really feel strongly about it, you might want to leave a comment as well. That really helps my channel grow. So thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe to my videos so that you get notifications as to whenever I upload a new content, a new video. Again, thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now. Whoa. I don't like water when I'm riding on Interceptor. What a time this is. What a rhyme this is.